Hi, and welcome to Baxter IP's very first IP news blog. I'm Chris Baxter. Today we're looking at IP Australia's practice in regards to the patent eligibility of business methods. We'll also be interviewing a Sydney entrepreneur who has successfully commercialised his sailing technology. Now, for our first topic, some software entrepreneurs still face challenging times in protecting their IP. Since October last year, large numbers of patent applications have been refused by examiners and delegates at IP Australia. This means legitimate technology is being caught in the crossfire and being refused by IP Australia. At IP Australia, examiners are disregarding technical features of claims and examining whether what remains is a business method. Attorneys and applicants are looking to the research affiliates case, which will be heard by the Federal Court at the end of November, to see a change in Patent Office practice in this area. One of our attorneys recently gave a seminar on this subject. To find out more, follow this link. Well, I'm very pleased to be here with a fellow aeronautical engineer, Karsten Jarke, one of Baxter IP's clients, and entrepreneur and inventor of a new sailing technology that adjusts the angle of the jib and mainsail of a sailing boat according to a number of factors, including the angle of the hull. So, Karsten, how did you come up with this idea?
My dad sold his boat because sailing was getting too hard and too difficult for him, and I thought I have to invent something to help him out. And that's when I came up with this idea. Okay, and can you explain to us a little bit how it works? Yeah, it works like the power steering in the car. So you've got an electronic trim rope and you can pull on it and the forces are really low. And a computer monitors the screw action and sends electronic system signals to the winch, which can be in the bottom of the boat. So it sort of amplifies the manual input to control the boat more easily. Yeah, you can trim any size sail by hand with my invention. Okay, that's neat. So you can use traditional controls to control any size sailing boat. That's right. Once you've got the electronics, you can add other sensors as well. You mentioned the angle of the boat, and so you can basically measure how far the boat tips over and then ease the sails automatically in the gust. So that'd be perfect for me. Avoid capsizing. That's right. So it seems like a bright idea. What was your path to market? First, I thought I'd develop everything myself, but it's much too difficult and much too expensive. So I contacted a very well-known brand in the sailing, fitting and winch business, and Okay, and so you gave them a call. How did you get in contact with the right person? Yeah, I just rang up their Sydney office and they gave me the email address of the technical director. And so I introduced my idea and got an answer back within a couple of hours. So what part of the patent process did you sort of find most interesting? I enjoyed the research part. Before I contacted you, I did some research myself and I found that some of my ideas were covered by prior art, but the main idea of the power steering for yachts wasn't, and so I was able to patent that part of the idea. Okay, and so what are your sort of next steps from here for the business? The next big step is to actually put one of my systems on a boat, and that's being worked on as we speak. It's probably going to happen towards the end of the European summer. Wow. And then, we have to develop a product for serial production, for mass production, and that's probably going to be another year off. About another year away? Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Well, if you'd like to find out more about Karsten and his yacht technology, you can visit yachttron.biz. And thank you, Karsten, for your time. Thank you. I'm here with Fidel, one of Baxter IP's patent attorneys, and today we're going to be talking about this. Fidel, what is it?
It's a planter box. So a client came to us with this planter box idea, and basically he also designed a wall mounting system for this planter box. So the idea is that the planter box will receive a growing medium inside, like soil or a potting mix, and then the planter box has these holes in the front, and you can also have walls on the side wall here. Okay, and the idea is he would then plant plants through these holes, and they would grow, and when the plants basically grow, they would essentially cover even the whole planter box. So when you have a whole lot of these planter boxes mounted to a wall, side by side, and also in really close rows, what you have is basically a green wall covered with plants.
Right.
And you have that attractive appearance as opposed to a concrete wall or a brick wall. So the client came to us and he was initially concerned about the patent process and the costs, and also what sort of protection he was going to be able to get in light of the prior art planter boxes.
And what's prior art mean?
Prior art means basically all the planter boxes, well, any other invention that has been available commercially prior to his application date.
Oh, okay, right.
So what we did for him was we identified quite a lot of differentiating features with his device.
Okay.
And so we prepared and filed a provisional application for him, and he was very happy that he was able to immediately commercialize his invention after filing his provisional application.
Okay, so where is he getting these things manufactured?
He's getting these things manufactured in China, and so he's also has traveled to China and has received a lot of interest from developers there, and he has been in contact with the government department there, and he will be installing one of these green walls in a government department building in China very soon. Yeah.
Wow. And what other types of IP protection did the client consider when you're looking at the device?
Okay. So I recommended to a client as well a design registration for the actual planter box to protect its appearance.
Okay.
Okay. And which is a very powerful additional layer of protection for this device.
How is it different from patent protection?
Okay, so a design registration just protects the way something looks. It doesn't protect the way it functions. But in this particular case, the look of this device is quite a distinctive appearance, and it's also it just provides that additional layer of protection.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we prepared and filed that design application for him, and we obtained registration.
Okay.
And the other type of IP we assisted him with was a trademark registration, trademark application. So the client was initially going to use another trademark where he received inaccurate information because the trademark wasn't in use in Australia.
Oh, I see.
But it was used in the USA. But we did find out through research that the trademark is actually registered by another company in Australia.
Okay.
Okay. So what we did for the client was I asked him for his preferred trademarks, and then we did some quick registrability searches for him.
Okay.
And we found a suitable one that we could register, and so we applied for that, and we obtained acceptance of that application straight away.
Okay, so the client is protecting the way the device works with a patent. The green will finish, I suppose, the insulating effect it has, and other environmental benefits. The again, sort of protecting the functionality, but also through a design patent, which protects the functionality through the look of the product, and protecting his brand name through a trademark.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All bases covered.
So different aspects, 3 different aspects. Yeah.
And so commercially, any news on how our client's going?
Well, the client is getting a lot of interest in local developers and builders, so he's following up on those. And as I said, he has gotten a lot of interest in China. Okay. And there's also a big push, obviously, currently with world cities like Sydney and Melbourne moving towards green ideas and providing green walls. So commercially, it's looking very positive for him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how City Forest goes. And if you want to find out more information about this product, just go to cityforest.com.au.